Okay, so this week in Unit 2, we'll talk about, I'm going to review a little bit with the coordinate plane. So that for me, that's going to be page 6. And then I also want us to talk a little bit about slope, which for me is going to be 7. And the reason for that is that we already started our left page here. So I'm just going to go back and add these goals. So we already reviewed some integers and took some notes about the coordinate plane, and we're going to talk about slope. So on page 6, this is going to be my coordinate plane page. Coordinate plane. And hopefully you can see that. Again, it's like really sunny in this spot all of a sudden. Of graph paper here that I found. If you don't have any graph paper, it's okay. You can also just sort of draw this into your book. But I'm just going to cut a chunk out of the corner. Also, if you have a printer, you can always Google graph paper and it will pop up. You could print a page out. I'm going to cut myself a chunk about that big for a plane. So this looks like it's in the middle. I'm going to draw a line right there and put some arrows. Yeah, this one looks like it's in the middle. And I'll put some arrows on there. Again, it looks familiar to you. I feel like it's not quite even. There, that looks better. Hopefully this is familiar to you. This isn't necessarily new information. But I just want to review it to talking about some equations and kind of make sure that we're on the same page, the coordinate plane. So I'm just going to glue it into my book. So just to review, the line through the middle here is called the x-axis, and the line up here is called the y-axis. So the one that goes horizontal is the x-axis, the one that goes vertical is the y-axis, is 0, 0. It's called the origin, and this is where we start counting a coordinate that we end up with. And a coordinate looks like this. It's always going to be x, comma, y. How far to move right or left. And it's just how to move up or down. Second with that y. This here, points that end up here are in quadrant 1, which is often written as an I with like a Roman numeral. Quadrant 2 is over here. So points over here, we would say 2. Again, Roman numeral. That is a funny Roman numeral. It would be on the bottom. Q is down here, so any points that in here we would say is quadrant 3, which leaves the only one left over, which is quadrant 4. And in Roman numerals, 4 is, V is 5, so 4 is written as IV, so 1 before 5. You could just write in the normal numbers if that's helpful. So, let's say I want to graph a point that's at 5, -2. How would I do that? I would start here at the origin. Remember, this is my positive direction. This is my negative direction. This is positive to go up. This is negative to go down. So I will start by counting over on the lines 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go down 2. So point A would end up right there in quadrant 4. Point number or point B, B is not a number, point B is going to be -4, 3. So again, I'm starting at the origin. I'm going to go 4 in the negative direction, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 is positive, so as my y term, so I'm going to go up, 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm counting those intersections there, and then that's where I put the point right there. Point C is the coordinate -6, -6. So again, I'm going to go in the negative direction, starting at the origin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to go down in the negative direction for my y coordinate. I'm going to go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I lost my spot there for a second. That would be point C. Point D is going to be 2 positive numbers. So both my x and y are going to be positive. So I'm going to move to the right, starting from the origin. I'm going to go over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go in the positive direction for my y term, 6 places. So that means I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there is that. So just a review of how we plot points on the coordinate plane, how you count things on there, because that's going to be important when we deal with slope and some of the things that we will be doing with that.